and I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass bray.
All right, what up, Aarona fam? What up, my nerdy, sexy, cool fam? So, I dropped an episode of the Black Virgo Viewpoint podcast, formerly known as the Virgo Viewpoint podcast, but I had to change the name because people were being crazy and somebody was threatening to try to take my podcast. They were talking about copyright infringement and all this other jazz, and I'm like, the thing about copyright infringement, it's provable. So, prove to me that you had anything called the Virgo Viewpoint before you come at me claiming what the fuck I was doing. And of course, that person wasn't able to produce anything. They just was trolling and whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even have time to waste time with this and you. It's the Black Virgo Viewpoint from here on out. Just get the hell out of my email. And then the very exact same person was in my email this morning. You know, I see YouTube's taking down your videos. That's because it's copyright infringement. It's like, no, you dumb fuck. I have been deleting my own YouTube videos because I'm changing my channel around. I've been told y'all that. I'm getting rid of videos that I don't need or want anymore. And so I'm just deleting all of them. Anywho, in the Love and Money Tarot of episode 75, these were the cards that I pulled for the collective. Knight of Swords for love and Queen of Cups. Focus. Queen of Cups. There we go, for money. And I'll get into these in just a bit. I even pulled some clarifiers for, but I'll get into that for just a bit. So, in episode 75 of Virgo Viewpoint Podcast, the Black Virgo Viewpoint Podcast, I shared some tea of what I currently, feel and where I'm at in relation to like the whole 50 Cent thing, just because, he played both sides of the fence, was kind of two-faced and wore mask. And then, there were things that, I started to notice about Lala Anthony, that I was like, yo, I really had no beef with you. I actually was big upping you and praising you and all of that, but you playing both sides of the fence and I can't really honor or respect that. So you on the list too. Y'all can just be on the list together. And so if you want to know what I specifically, was talking about, check out the podcast. But yeah, it was like a whole lot of stuff. Like when I focused my energy and really asked, I really asked Spirit to clarify some things in regards to everything that happened from the nightclub to all of that. There were a lot of details that came back up that I had to reconsider that I never thought about that entire day. How, Fifth and Lala was texting all day and, he was telling me her plans and what she was planning on doing and all of that. And it's like, what was y'all even talking about that? Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I know that y'all got like, y'all cool and shit. And I know that I'm the new person, like, in this situation, but it's like, oh, okay, work is the cover, but y'all are cooler than that. There's more going on than that. And that's why when I officially met her, she low-key, like, kind of played me. Because there's some more emotion involved and invested in you that a lot of people don't know about and ain't picking up on, but I'm a different type of bitch, and I see all the way through that. Like, it makes so much sense now. And I explained, like, in the podcast about everything that happened, how, she came to the club with a bouquet of bitches and, I was trying to see what was good or whatever. How Bernice Burgo sat on my lap the whole night. She was very nice, very cool. And, like how the experience was cool. It was chill for what it was, but for it to spring into what it became, it was like, that was whack as fuck. Everybody could have been cool and had a good time and didn't even have to go here. But because, other people are lame, and they just jump to conclusions because they don't have the courage to just be. See, the thing, I love being a goddamn comedian. I love all of the things comedy brought to my life because being a comedian, you just get to it. Like, I mean, the fuck? I make myself vulnerable in front of strangers as a career. Like, that's essentially what stand-up is. When you perform stand-up, you're essentially, number one, you're essentially a psychologist because you got to get on stage and you have to really read who you're in front of and within 60 seconds deprogram them and interrupt whatever thought process, whatever, line of thought and concentration that they're in and get them to focus on what you're talking about, where you're going and, whatever. And people, they come from all walks of life. They coming through the door with all kind of issues. Stuff ain't got shit to do with you. But seeing as though you're the person that's in front of them, what they bring in through the door, you got to deal with. Like, you got to diagnose quickly. And you have to do this through jokes, through material, in such a way that it communicates, hey, look, pay attention. Number one, I'm funny. You ain't got to worry about that. All right, I'll make you laugh. So we ain't got to wait for the joke. They come in, they already, we laugh and we here. Now that we here, okay, follow me and let me take you on this ride from the story arc that I'm finna give you, beginning, middle, and end. And let's just enjoy this experience for what it is. Like, you have all of that going on. And it's a very distinct, number one, set of skills, but also, being that and doing that as a profession, when it gets to your real life, when you get off stage, like, you just be trying to get to it. Like, all that extra, facade, extra bravado, fakeness and shit like that, it's unnecessary, it's completely unnecessary. And with everything that I've experienced and other things that I know, and I described it all in the podcast, I was like, yeah, it's the reason why Kevin Garnett walking around talking about your pussy tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Like, yeah, why would he say that? Why would he even say that? He's not saying that about Kim Kardashian. You know, and Kim Kardashian is the one everybody was trying to give a reputation to. You know what I mean? Like, because of the tape and because of what she did with Ray J, you know, for the longest, niggas took that shit and ran with it. You know what kind of girls those Kardashians are. You know this, you know that. Like, you know, like she was the one like getting all this flag. But even though she gets all that flag, random motherfuckers ain't walking around talking about what her pussy tastes like. Definitely, you're not getting a gang of like, nah. You don't have a gang of official rappers. And I say that because, like, Kanye official, right? Kanye has sold millions of albums in rap, and, you know, Kanye is Grammy nominated for his music, all that other stuff. You know, he ain't had, like, one hit song. Just out here, you know, like, whatever. You know, and then once he get in the picture and he's the husband and she's the wife, you don't see, you know, Rick Ross or whoever the fuck walking around like, yeah, and by the way, Kim Kardashian tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, or, you know, whomever, Lil Wayne, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't see colleagues that's on his level in music sitting up here talking about, you know, her pussy tastes like whatever. But your husband and people that's on his level and above can say that about you. Like, what's really going on? What's really happening? If that says a lot, really. So, yeah. We'll leave that there. I discussed everything else in the podcast. Y'all just gonna have to check it out. But I was just like, it went from being, yo, I really thought I did this sister, I respect it. Like, I'm polyamorous, so I know she down, I'm down. Hey, girl, hey. To, like, seeing more into the situation and being like, that's how you feel? Oh, bitch, fuck you. Like, yo, like, really? Do you, man. You gonna be good. You gonna be good. Train up your son to follow in his father's footsteps so you can be paid for life. Like, you gonna be straight. Anywho, for the collective, I did the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups for money. Knight of Swords was love, Queen of Cups was money, and I shuffled it. And did everything on the podcast. What I got for the Knight of Swords was just a conversation that needs to happen. The Knight of Swords, when it comes through, it's, you know, it's very powerful energy. And if you notice, like, even like with the clouds, focus. Even with the clouds and the extraness going on in the background, you know, it could be a turbulent conversation. It could be a very serious conversation. Nonetheless, it's a very, you know, this is important. Nothing else going on in the background is more important than this conversation. And, you know, the Knight is rushing in, fully intention to have this conversation. So in relationships, specifically couples, even in the case of, you know, singles, there's somebody that wants to have a conversation with you, a very serious conversation. This will happen. It's going to happen. It must happen. And it's really, really, really serious. It's going to go down. And when I pulled a clarifier for the Knight of Swords, what came up was the Three of Wands. And this was really interesting and really dope because it basically came flying out of the deck, right? And Three of Wands is your ship coming in, okay? The Three of Wands is, you know, an expectancy of greatness and abundance. Three of Wands is the energy of expansion. You know, there's like the whole world is your terrain, things are happening and coming through and developing very nicely for you. And just like the card in it, it has all Three of Wands, right? And the Four of Wands, as you know, is the card of stability, the card of, you know, marriage, the card of foundation, building a foundation with somebody, right? And the Three of Wands is, okay, I got all of these covered. Like, these are my wands, they're not shaky, they're on solid ground, okay, they're upright, they're erect, I did this, I made this happen. I got this. I'm standing firm in my power. I got all this going on, but I'm missing a wand. Okay? And this is the love ring, right? And so as I, you know, focus the energy that I'm getting in, I got everything I need. All I'm missing is you. Like, so the person that wants to have the conversation with you, the very serious conversation, they want to have a conversation of expansion. They want to have a conversation to let you know you're the thing that's missing in their life. You're their fourth wand. You're that thing that's going to come into their life and bring stability, that's going to bring calm, that's going to bring peace. Okay? You know, that's why the figure is by themselves in the car. I have all of this. I got all this by myself. I got it. I'm good. But I'm longing for more. I'm just missing one thing, and that one thing missing is you. Wands are a card of desire, you know, very, very strong desire. It's also a very spiritual card. You know, in my soul, I'm missing something, I'm missing you. Swords are a card of thoughts, communication, and things of that nature. This is your Aquarius, Libra, okay, Gemini card is those energies. This is your fire sign, your Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. That's the energy. It's fiery, it's passionate, but the messages are I need to have a very serious conversation with you. It's going to go down. This is urgent. I will fight through hell and high water to have this conversation. I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm not worried about the obstacles. I'm going to forge through. I'm going to fight through my doubt. I'm going to fight through my lack of disbelief. I'm going to fight through my disbelief. I'm sorry. I'm going to fight through, anything that stands in my way. Any people that are telling me that, no, just keep the season. No, I'm rushing through. I'm fighting through everything to have this conversation with you about expansion. To let you know you are the person that I need. That's that card there. And so that message is for somebody. And for money, the Queen of Cups came in. And it's basically, the Queen of Cups, she's feeling everything. She's really in tune with her feelings, her emotions. She's in tune with the environment. She's in tune with, everything that's going on around her. She's very, very, very self-aware. So she's looking into the situation. She's really analyzing if it's worth her time, if it's worth her energy. So in terms of money, in terms of, career, you really want to consider what's really worth your time and energy. And as it relates to, the different things that you're trying to do to create security or, stability for yourself, or just to add on to what you already got. Things are going good, but you want to add on. Things are going well, but you want to, look into some new places to invest money. You got people coming to you with all kinds of offers. You got people coming to you with all kinds of ideas, and there's some things that sound really good, and, there's some things you've been wanting to get into for quite some time. But, what Queen of Cups is just cautioning you to do is, just feel it out. And what feels right, go with that. And only you know what that is. But, see it for what it is. Look at it, analyze it, see it for what it is. As you can, the Queen of Cups is looking very intently, like analyzing, what was the word I was looking for? Inspecting is the word that came into my mind, but inspecting is not what I'm thinking about. Analyzing is one of them, but just, we'll go with inspecting. But, looking and seeing it and examining is what I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. Examining everything, every angle, examining everything, and just sitting back and seeing it for what it is. And like I said, it's definitely the energy, too, of just sitting back. Sit back, pull yourself back from it, give it some distance, really look at and analyze what it is that you're considering, and really move with what moves you. Really go with your gut, really go with your feelings. And I put a clarifier for it, and I got the Nine of Cups, which is awesome. The Nine of Cups is such a beautiful card. It's a great card, okay? Because it's a card of self-fulfillment. It's a card of completion. Basically, with the Nine of Cups, you've leveled up. You went through levels 1 through 10. 1 through 9. You went through all the levels. You collect the cup for every level. For every level, every obstacle, for every trial, for every mountain. Like the gospel song, for every mountain, you brought me over. You got a cup for all of the mountains. And you're sitting pretty, and you're sitting there like, I did that. I'm fulfilled. I don't need anything from outside to fill my cup. I don't need any outside influences, any outside people. I don't need any substances. This too. I don't have to abuse any substances or anything. My cups are full and my cups run over, and I did that. I made that happen. It's good. And so, by you sitting back and analyzing all your options, all of your avenues where you can, accrue some income, accumulate some income, all those things, add on to your business, expand your business, all those things. As you sit back and analyze and really move with your gut, it's going to pay off handsomely to the point that you sit back and you're looking pretty. Like your money's going to be good, everything's going to be happy, and you did that. What's so annoying about what's happening right now, my voicemails are going off, and it's going off because I'm live here, and this is a whole situation that never would have happened before this 50 shit. This Star Wars Jackson person really needs to be put on mute, and you're a weirdo because I do have underwear. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, people are so weird. Just because I admit that I don't always wear underwear because I don't feel like it and I want to when I'm an adult and I don't have to because I like the feeling of being free. I own underwear. Like, move. This is so retarded, this person. And that's why I don't have any energy for this person. And that's great. Alright, that's great. Okay, cool. And Lenore Watkins, hi. How are you, honey? Let me report this person too. Yeah, get the hell out of here. Stupid. Anywho, but that's what's going on in the collective for money with many of you. That's what Spirit is cautioning you to do, like to really take the time and really see what's moving you. For many of you, it's time to really follow some passions that you've been putting under the rug. It's really time for you to, invest your time and energy in a pet project that, maybe people don't understand it, they don't get it, and that's their bad, that's their problem, that has nothing to do with you. Really, really take the time to, do your research, take the time to invest in that. And it's going to bring you a lot of joy and fulfillment, financially, monetarily, and then also for love. Don't forget, somebody is thinking about you. You are on their mind. Heavy, heavy, heavy. They want to have a real serious conversation with you about expansion, telling you how much they need you. That's what this is. If that resonated with you, if you want to go deeper in the read and ask me some very specific questions, and I pull a card for you for $20, I will do that for you and answer a question for you. If you want a half-hour session, that's $50, and if you want an hour session, that's $120. You can email me at aronathevirgo@gmail.com, AARONATHEVIRGO@gmail.com. I accept Cash App, Venmo. I'll put it in the comment section here. I'm building my e-commerce and all of that so that I can have booking sites and all of that and put stuff in the comments of these videos. Rome wasn't built in a day, but that is something that I'm definitely doing. It's something that I was building and working on for quite some time, but because of all the extra and the distractions and the freaking cricket cops and people being paid off to harass me and all of it, just all of this drama that got stirred up over nothing, really. Because one guy couldn't be honest with himself about his feelings, and it had to be everybody else's fault but his. Like it was like all these scapegoats and all these plot twists and all this other stuff, and it's just like I already had beef with the Inglewood Police Department because of the police brutality I experienced in 2012, and there's a video about that here. So like there were people in Los Angeles and in certain departments or whatever, they were very aware of my YouTube channel, and I'm Black and I'm a woman or whatever, so they had their beef, they had their vendetta out for me, and they like existed in a lot of secret Facebook groups, waiting on an opportunity to take their little frustration out on me, and due to some very disloyal people, they got kind of an opportunity to do so, but God has always been good to me and protects me, and so I'm very fortunate about that. Something I was actually I'm about to record another podcast episode, actually. I dropped one earlier, because that's the one I've been meaning to get out. I'm dropping another one, and then my homie, Andre, he wants to, I asked him, hey, you want to, do a podcast episode together? Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on, and you'd be a great guest, and I want to start, incorporating, what the heck is going on? Oh, I was like, what the hell is that? Somebody scared me. I wanted to start incorporating, just more of my dope comic colleagues, because a lot of us are on the cusp of being, the next hottest thing for real, for real. Like, I mean, I'm talking about seriously talented cats that's been grinding, and they're hilarious. You know what I'm saying? To the point that it's only a matter of time before they just, pop out and everybody knows their name, and I want to get them in on the podcast. I also want to do stuff with the ladies from Time's Up. And I also, I want to do some stuff if I can get in with Essence and shit. Yes. And people affiliated with Black Enterprise. Like, that would be fantastic for me. But yeah, I want to get in with all of that different stuff. And, child, I got some plans for Sex, Looks, and Chill. But my thing for myself, and this is something I'm holding myself to, okay? For Sex, Looks, and Chill, until I get my place, I'm not even finna dabble into it. I'm not gonna venture into it or nothing. Same thing with the candy parties. Excuse me. That is something that I am definitely putting together. But I have to get all this other stuff situated first, and one of the reasons why I reduced this podcast to Tuesdays and Thursdays is so I can take some stuff off the shelf, take some stuff off the table and like really, really focus. I need to have a singular focus for a lot of things, especially with, the e-commerce stuff that I'm building. For example, I have 3 app ideas, and I've had 2 of them since this past November. And I've been wanting to put them out and do stuff. And it's just, that is time consuming. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take at least. Okay, it's gonna take at least a week of me putting everything to the side and just zeroing in and, getting my Mark Zuckerberg on some, I like Social Network, the movie. I really, really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I went to see it in a theater when it came out. But when he was like building Facebook, like he was at his computer all day, every day, like for like 2 weeks or a month or whatever, just at the computer. Nothing else was important. The world still went on without him, but it was all about that. You know what I'm saying? When I build my apps, that's what I have to be on. And because I was dealing with like inconvenient, goofy shit, like people cutting Wi-Fi and, like I'll be somewhere, the Wi-Fi working just fine. But then the minute I go live or, the minute I'm like, I post something on my community board or on Facebook, hey guys, I'm about to do blah, blah, blah. Then it's all this turbulence and it's like, the shit's whack. Like, I don't, I just, and so for me, what I'm trying to do with my other podcast is like, that's something that I know exactly what I want to do it and how I want to do it. And I'm not going to sacrifice the vision that I have for it because I know it'll be fun and I know it'll be dope. And so, I'm very excited about it. And it's my motivation to get these other ducks in a row. Because once I get these other ducks in a row, then boom, So anywho, somebody is in here and they made their username, you need some edges, and they type in tuna pants. I mean, like, for somebody to be that bothered, dude, it's so retarded. It's ridiculous. Like, it's just ridiculous. What is your life about? What is your life about that this is what you're doing? So anyway, I'm gonna put in the comments right now everything that I said about like the one-on-one readings. My Patreon, it was $25 in honor of Black History Month. I'm making it $10, and I might leave it at $10, especially because of the other stuff I'm doing. And like I said, I have 3 app ideas, and I want to build the apps, and I'm starting a webinar course. I'm going to have, a free webinar that's just like totally free, where, I'm going over, natal charts and, all of that stuff for people that are interested in that and angel numbers and they want to learn. And I'm giving them, systems and things to take with them so they could use it and apply it in their life and, do whatever they want to do with that information. And then, I'll be offering other, digital services and products from there. Also, like I said, I'm redoing my merch as well, which is another thing that's time consuming, where I have to like literally sit down at this computer and just make it happen. So with all of that being said, I enjoy doing the podcast so much. And yeah, it is ambitious to do it daily, but I'm not in the same boat that I was in August, where I wanted to have something daily that I was doing to have something to prove to people that I'm doing stuff. I'm not even in that mind frame anymore. It's one of those, hey, podcasts are usually once a week and that's it. And some podcasts are once a month or twice a month, or, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm doing one twice a week, the fact that I was doing one daily and I'm almost at 80 episodes, which I could not have done without you guys. Thank you so much. I don't take it lightly at all. In fact, every time I look at it, like, I can't say thank you enough. And I'm just going to keep saying thank you. And y'all just going to have to be mad at me because I'm going to just keep saying thank you. But I love it. And I appreciate you so much. But yeah, that's all the stuff that I can think of. Like I said, I'll put everything in the comments here. Go ahead and check out episode 75. Like I said, I laid it out pretty much in plain English, like how I feel and why. And I sat on a lot of this for 3 years. I ain't just saying this to say it. Like, I really sat back and had to look at things from a lot of angles with that Queen of Cups energy and was like, yeah, but that don't make, like, I'm not feeling it. Like, I see it and I'm just like, okay, well, let people be on whatever they on. But, all right, so that is all. Hey, you better get on down. So I'm going to end up doing that episode in a minute. But appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to put everything in the comments and start putting together this other podcast. So thank y'all for joining me. Bye.
Getting that in.
And I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.